Drake just filed an official federal appeal over a diss track. Yes, this man is still trying to sue over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us, and now he's spiraling into full-blown legal obsession. We warned you, Drake isn't letting this go. The judge tossed his lawsuit like it was garbage, ruling the lyrics were obviously opinion, not facts. But instead of moving on, Drake's ego filed an appeal, and now his legal team is trying to force a court to reconsider bars like certified PDF as if they're liable in court. This appeal might expose how far Drake's willing to go to control his image, even if it means weaponizing the legal system against his own genre. The origin, Kendrick Lamar's scorched earth anthem, Not Like Us. It was the knockout punch in the Drake versus Kendrick beef, and one line in particular hit harder than any diss before. Certified PDF. Before we unpack what's going on here, please smash that like button, subscribe to Celebrity Unraveled. Now let's get into it. The internet exploded, memes went viral, conspiracy theories surfaced, fans dissected the bars line by line, and Drake, he didn't just let it ride, he sued, filed an actual federal defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group, claiming millions of fans believe Kendrick's lyrics were literal accusations. Let's be clear, this wasn't a backroom threat or PR maneuver. Drake took this to a federal judge, and the judge ruled that, nah, these are just bars, rap hyperbole, artistic expression, dismissed. That's where most people would have stopped, but not Drake. Fast forward, October 2025, Drake files a formal appeal to bring the case back from the dead. His legal team argues that Spiral, the court misunderstood how damaging the lyrics were. They're not adding new evidence. They're not even offering a fresh argument. They're just hoping another judge sees it differently. Why? Because for Drake, it's not about the law, it's about legacy. This isn't a lawsuit, it's a performance. And the audience, the music industry, the fans, the media, and Kendrick Lamar himself, Drake is signaling to the world, I will never let this L go. And that desperation is where things get ugly. And he's not wrong. Drake's superfans, the Drake Defense Force, flooded comment sections, attacked creators, and pretended like this was about protecting artistry. Let's be honest, this isn't about protecting hip-hop. It's about ego. It's about a megastar who can't take the fact that a rival out-rapped him in public and that the world believed it. What's worse, Drake didn't even ask his fans to defend him, but they're fighting his battles anyway. Unpaid, unacknowledged, and increasingly out of touch. The internet side-eyed him for a reason. And in 2025, a side-eye is all it takes to ruin your credibility. Every time this man takes a loss, his superfans don't just cope, they go crazy. You've got entire comment sections filled with Drake stans acting like they're on his payroll, defending legal appeals they don't understand, attacking creators for reporting facts, twisting themselves into pretzels, trying to make this look like a win. But here's the sad truth. Drake didn't ask them to fight this battle. He's not rewarding them. They're not getting plaques, credit, or even a repost. Yet they act like their livelihoods depend on defending this man's ego, all while the world watches them spiral right alongside him. The wildest part, these same stans are out here preaching about how Not Like Us was unfair, too personal, too low. Meanwhile, their idol is in a courtroom trying to silence a lyric. If that's not the definition of hypocrisy, what is? And here's where things get even more ironic. By clinging to this case, Drake is forcing the entire internet to relitigate his worst public moment. He's dragging the certified PDF lyric right back into the spotlight, all because he can't let it go. Here's what this appeal is actually doing, legally and strategically. No new arguments, no new evidence, no cross-examination. All Drake's team can do is argue that the original judge misapplied defamation law. That's it. And while it's unlikely they win, there are three strategic motives behind this. Deterrence. Drake is telling future rappers, mention my name and I'll take you to court. Discovery. Leverage. UMG had to produce internal documents before dismissal. Documents Drake's team now has. Brand optics. Even in defeat, Drake gets to act like he's fighting for his reputation. But if you zoom out, it's just damage control disguised as dignity. Let's talk reality. This appeal is not some heroic stand. It's not a silver bullet. It's not a way to clear his name. Here's what's actually on the table. No new witnesses, no fresh evidence, no shocking twists. Drake's legal team is hoping a different judge feels differently about the same facts. That's it. They're basically saying, hey, can we get a do-over? Brand optics. Even in defeat, Drake gets to act like he's fighting for his reputation. But they're not appealing because they believe they'll win. They're appealing because they have nothing left to lose. And while it's unlikely to go anywhere, there are three reasons they're doing it anyway. 1. Legal deterrent. It sends a message to other artists. Watch your pen. Mention Drake the wrong way and you could get hit with legal fees, subpoenas, or discovery demands. He wants rappers scared to drop names, even if it's just a metaphor. 2. Discovery leverage. Before the case was dismissed, UMG was forced to turn over internal documents. Even though those documents can't be used in the appeal, Drake's team now owns that info. Corporate data, internal strategy, maybe even dirt on how Kendrick's rollout was structured. In short, they got receipts. They just don't know when they'll use them. 3. Brand optics. This is PR theater. To casual fans, it looks like Drake is standing up for himself. To media, it makes headlines. To industry execs, it says, mess with me and I'll fight you in court. But in reality, it's ego in a three-piece suit. And the cost of that ego is stacking higher by the month. And let's not forget, this isn't the only legal circus Drake's juggling. He's already facing a class action lawsuit with Aiden Ross over promoting illegal online casinos. He's dealing with ghostwriter exposés, label tension, and declining public goodwill post-Kendrick battle. Now add this frivolous appeal to the mix and you've got the full recipe for legal burnout. In fact, some fans think this is all a smokescreen, a PR distraction to shift headlines away from the gambling scandal. But it's not working. Every move just puts more spotlight on a downward spiral. And let's not pretend this is a one-off. Drake has become a serial litigant. He's already knee-deep in a class action lawsuit with Aiden Ross over promoting illegal online gambling through offshore casino sites. He's under fire for ghostwriter leaks, potential contract drama with UMG, and continued fallout from Kendrick's cultural assassination. His career's not imploding, but it's under a microscope, and every legal headline just tightens the lens. So now people are asking, is this appeal a distraction? Because from the outside, it looks like classic misdirection. Don't look at the gambling suit. Look at this defamation case. Forget the exposed ghostwriters. Let's talk about Kendrick. But the problem is, it's not working. Every time Drake steps into a courtroom, he gives the media another narrative, another reason to bring up the worst months of his career, another opportunity to replay Kendrick's diss track on national TV. What was once a short-term L has turned into a long-term PR disaster, all because he couldn't take the hit and move on. And the sad part, it's not that people want to see him fail, they just want to see him own it. But instead, he's out here treating lawsuits like mixtapes, dropping them back to back. Let's be real, Drake's legal team doesn't care if they win. They care if he keeps paying. Lawyers are incentivized to tell their client, you have a chance. You should appeal. We can make this go away. But what they're really saying is, let's build this for another 12 months. And Drake, he's falling for it, all in the name of not ending on a missed shot. The appeal isn't a legal strategy. It's a self-soothing ritual, a final free throw he knows he won't make, but has to take anyway. To the public, Drake wants to project strength. I'm fighting for my name. I won't let slander slide. But to everyone else, this looks like a tantrum in a courtroom. And here's the irony. By trying to suppress Kendrick's lyrics, he's keeping them in the news. He's making certified PDF go even more viral. He's losing the battle, losing the war, and dragging his legacy down with him. And at this point, the real question isn't whether he'll win, it's whether he even remembers why he started this in the first place. So here we are, another day, another Drake L, and this one came stamped with an appeal filed at the top. What was once a simple diss track has now morphed into a legal spectacle, a PR crisis, and a cautionary tale of how not to handle defeat. And if you're still defending this move, you're not helping Drake. You're just helping document his downfall in real time. If you think this appeal is pure ego, or if Drake's playing 4D chess we're all too blind to see, drop your take below. Smash that like button, subscribe to Celebrity Unraveled, and join us next time as we keep untangling the drama the industry wants you to ignore.